Greetings. I'm going to hop on to do a new moon and solar eclipse collective reading because new moons and full moons get real busy for me. So while I still have a little bit of energy for today, I said, let me do a reading. And what I'm going to do is use a deck that I have not begun to use for the public as of yet. Not yet. I just haven't been led to do so. But I love this deck. I love this deck of cards. And whenever I do collective reads, I like to kind of talk about or like humanize or demystify readings, you know. I find myself to be a quite practical type of person. And my whole thing is taking the spook out of spirituality. So I like to bring a sense of practicality to some things that I think a lot of people are missing out on because it's so mystified and misunderstood. And I think readings are definitely one of those things. It is not my intent when indulging in reading using decks of cards to be psychic, to read your life, to tell you what to do in life, to give you all the plans of God. Like that's not my intent. Notice I said it that way. That is not my intent with readings. For myself, how I've used readings personally in my life and how I use them as a service is to just read the energy that you have, that you're kind of functioning in at the moment. You know, it's a beautiful thing that all is one, number one, and that energy can be read. And people don't have to have a deck of cards to read people's energy. You know, if you're one of those people, you're spirit led, or, you know, you have that kind of God-given gift, or you have that intuition, or you have that, or if you're a serious empath, you don't need a deck of cards to read people's energy. You can read what people have going on, and will have going on by just vibing with them, you know, by just sitting with them. And sometimes when you're sitting with people, you can get a download, you know, and speak a word. That's why people sometimes feel like, dang, I feel like you be in my mind, or I feel like you know me, or I feel like all those different type of things. For a nation, the Western world, which is predominantly Christian based, you know, Christian in origin, as far as like, you know, the religion that many practice, you find readings happening in the church. Please believe it. They're just not calling it tarot reading or, you know, wisdom healing oracle or anything like that. They call it a prophetess. Okay, let's be clear. You know, when you get prophesized over, you know what I mean? You're getting a reading, you know? Or sometimes when you go and, you know, meet with the pastor can read your energy. You know, spirit workers can read energy, period. The decks of cards that support the readings are just tools. These are just tools, you know? And I like to use the tools because I desire to take the responsibility, I guess, off of me as a person, you know, or off of my ego. Like, I don't want to ever speak from ego. Peace. I don't ever want to speak from ego. And the cards help to, if you are I'll say a good reader. What's a good reader? If you're a reader who is serious about what you do, the cards and spirit speak. It's not your ego, you know? So when I'm doing a reading, and anyone who's ever gotten a reading with me, you know, they know, you know, you can't make that stuff up, you know? It be on point. And it's not me. The role that I play is my bowing down and giving over to allow spirit to use me as a vessel. It's my humility, you know, that's what I can say. That's my part. Every time I do a reading, I set a clear, precise, and genuine intent and prayer. I do a prayer over whoever, I do a prayer over the read. I pray that, any messages that need to be revealed and should be received, may they be revealed and received. May the person's heart and mind be open to receive it. I give thanks before I even start the reading. I give thanks for the oneness. I give thanks for the one mind. I give thanks for the one connectivity that we all have, that I have with you. Even as we're on the line right now, we got 23 people on right now. All 23 people are connected to, I'm connected to all 23 people who are watching right now. Peace. I'm connected to you right now. From you connecting with my voice, from you connecting with my vibration. And now that my sister B has joined, 24, now we're us 23, 24. Now you all are connected to me, and I am connected to these cards. It all becomes one. Okay, it all becomes one. Especially since my intent and my prayer is genuine, that the connection is clear. It all becomes one, and this is how I can do a collective read and it be on point. All right, this is how it happens. That's how it happens. It all is a connection. Readings are done with cards. Readings are done with cowrie shells. Readings are done with beads. Readings are done with coconut shells. Readings can be done with readings are done with all type of things. That just shows the connectivity. Readings are done with the stars. It's all type of things. And so it's the intent behind it which makes it righteous or not. You know what I mean? Like, the intent, again, is not to tell you what your life is going to be and try to, give you all the answers. The cards assist with helping you to get clear about some of the energy that you have going on with you. And oftentimes when you get a reading, it's confirmation more so than anything. Nothing new really comes out of a reading. It's usually confirmation when you get a reading. You shouldn't be just totally surprised. Okay. You also shouldn't have someone reading you who wants to hide cards from you, or, oh no, that can't be right, put it back. Nah. You get what you get. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, Now, this deck that I'm reading from tonight for our collective read is the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle deck. A lot of people know about Judy Hall's work, the Crystal Bible. This deck is amazing. I love it. It's so thorough. I love the fact that each one of the cards have, it includes a summary. It includes a summary, a self-understanding, divination, healing insight, frequency, chakra, timing, and soul path for each one of the cards. That's what I really love. It's so thorough. So thorough. It's connected to crystals. So I have done readings for myself and absolutely resonated with it deeply and went ahead and purchased the gemstone. A lot of these gemstones I do not have, but a lot of them I do have. That's funny. I turned right to one of them that I did purchase when it came up in a reading once, and that's the Golden Healer, the Ultimate Healer. Golden healers are imbued with powerful transformative healing energies. They are a catalyst for profound spiritual activation. This came up in one of my readings one time that I had done for myself. It gives you a description of the gemstone, and it also gives you the divination for it. It says, in other words, it's telling you this is the gemstone that is suggested for you at this time. And the divination for this one, when I did purchase that Golden Healer, it says, recognize your potential to be an amazing healer. Your abilities needed honing, and those who heal are soul scoured to develop empathy, Much in your life needs transforming. Surrender willingly to the process. Someone clinging to the past holds you back. Encourage them to let go. You may be asked to transform your environment or take on a challenging task. Do so with grace and ease. When I got that gemstone and that reading, it was major confirmation. And, it was just intense. I was dealing with a lot of energy, and that it just confirmed it. I think I immediately cried when I read it. I was just like, oh my gosh, and it was just so on point. The healing insight it gave is healing flows through you. It is a process, not something you do. Healing flows through you. It is a process, not something you do. So I love like how it articulates. You see how in depth, even the words are. The self-understanding for this golden healer that I had pulled was understanding the quantum world helps you understand yourself. The everyday self is bounded by 5 senses, expanded by a 6th, metaphysics. But this can be transcended to move into a field that is non-local, everywhere and nowhere at once, where there is no time. You create the event being observed. Allow your soul rather than your ego to be your guide. You create the event being observed. Listen to that, bruh. You create the event being observed. We don't be ready for truth, do we? I don't think we be ready for truth. We don't be ready. We don't be ready. We don't be ready. We don't be ready for the truth. We don't be ready for the truth. Let's get into it. I just wanted to give y'all some insight on that deck. I think I got this online. It's available online. I think Barnes and Nobles might sell it, but you can definitely get it online if you interested in getting to your own readings. I do, tell people all the time, learn how to read for yourself. It's always good to have your own readers. I have 3 people that I call on, when I desire a reading, someone to give me a reading. I do have people that I call on, but I am never shy to do a reading for myself. As long as you're genuine, your heart is pure, your mind is clear, you can do a reading for yourself that is on point. All right, let's get into it. So we give thanks. Y'all stay with us. Stay with me, because those who are online right now and those who take the time to watch this as a replay, may this be a word for each and every one of us. It is my intent, first of all, give thanks for the oneness, the one mind, the connection between us all. Give thanks for that oneness. We give thanks for the tools that we have been provided to assist us in this journey. We give thanks for our destiny. We give thanks for our ability to actualize what we see as our heart's desires that is in alignment with our highest selves and our destiny. We petition the Oracle this evening to give us some guidance on how we should utilize this new moon and solar eclipse energy. May the message that's necessary for each and every one of us be revealed in this reading. May our hearts and minds be open to receive it. And may we be able to move forward in clarity and courage. Ashe. 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 Oh. Ashe. Oh. By the way, I'll say that after I finish the whole divine. Peace, everybody who's just joining. I'm doing a collective read. You may want to stay tuned. I'm going to do a 3-card. Peace, y'all. Stay tuned. Doing a collective read for this new moon and solar eclipse energy. The new moon and solar eclipse is this Thursday. We will be doing our meditation. Y'all already know that's going to be on point. Ooh, I always look forward. I mean, those meditations catapult. I've just gained so many blessings from the meditations for sure. I'm gonna get through the pool. The registration for the meditation is at the link in bio. I'm just about to do the pool. All right, let's get into it. Sure. Okay, you ready? Let's go. Don't be surprised if it's just for you. The first card I pulled, it is, and I have tingles going up and down. I'm just trying to hold myself right now, like be trying to behave, so all right. Woo. All right. The first card I pulled is an appetite, blue appetite. Blue appetite. Be ready to take notes. Appetite. Appetite works at the interface between consciousness and matter to let go of what is outworn in your life. Self-understanding. Clear away confusion or guilt. Accept the truth about yourself. You are a complex being with credits and deficits. Recognize these without judgment. Move away from aloofness or social alienation and show others who you truly are. Use your perspicacity. Ooh, that's a word I've never seen. Use your now if I use my phonics, that's a perspicacity. Perspicacity. Am I saying that right? Y'all know I'm a teacher, so I don't be playing no games. Hold up. See, somebody else would have just read that and just kept going like they said it right. I'm not, because I want to know what it's talking about, because it's telling me to use it, and I need to know what we using. Y'all know. Look at that. Okay, I thought it was something with the root word perspective or perception. Let's see how you say it.
Perspicacity.
I was right.
Perspicacity.
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 Use your perspicacity. We just learned a new word. Use your perspicacity.
Perspicacity.
Use your perspicacity, which means the quality of having a ready insight into things a quality of having a ready insight into things. Discernment is a synonym for that. So we're going to use discernment. Use your discernment. You have much to offer by way of service as you access insights for the collective good. Okay, who's that for? Who is this reading for so far? And look, the key word for appetite is acceptance. I'm going to reread self-understanding. Clear away confusion or guilt. Accept the truth about yourself. Accept the truth about yourself. Some of us keep dimming our lights and keep trying to act like we ain't who we are. Okay. Some of us keep on putting that mask on to try to, appease others. It's saying accept yourself and be who you are. Accept the truth about yourself. You are a complex being with credits and deficit. I love how they put that. With credits and deficits. Recognize these without judgment. Period, Pooh. Why are you judging yourself? You are who you are. That's why the natal charts are so insightful. Accept who you are. And just raise all of those vibrations to the highest frequency. And you will be you at your highest self. That's the amazing thing. Don't judge yourself. Stop being so self-critical. Move away from aloofness or social alienation and show others who you truly are. Use your discernment. Perspicacity. Okay. You have much to offer by way of service as you access insights for the collective good. Ashe. Here's the divination. It said, be inspired. Discern truth within. Recognize what is real in your world and restructure your reality. Let me read that again for the people in the back. Recognize what is real in your world and reconstruct your reality. Don't be deceived by false fronts. See what is beneath. Develop your metaphysical perception. Things improve steadily. Understand that circumstances are merely learning opportunities. It is time to be of service to others. Teach what you know. Here's the healing insight. Your intuition knows what's best for you. For all of my folks who want to call 25 people to ask them, is this what you think I should do this? You think I should do this? What you think about this idea? What you think about that idea? Healing insight. Your intuition knows what's best for you. Now get this, y'all. I can't make this up. I pulled this reading. I did this reading. Y'all saw me. I did a prayer. I pulled the cards. Frequency, high. Chakras, third eye and base chakra. Timing, Gemini. You know what this new moon and this solar eclipse is in? Gemini. We can't make it up. Soul path, discerning the truth within. That's the first card. First guidance for us for this new moon and solar eclipse energy. All right. What are the things that stood out to y'all? Give me some keywords. Look. Come on, what y'all got from that? Who pulled from that? Who did that resonate with? What did that tell you need to be doing during this new moon and solar eclipse period, which begins today? We're in the new moon energy right now. The new moon falls on Thursday. The new moon energy begins 3 days before. What insight was gathered from that? Ashe. Give thanks for the insight. I tell you, for me, as I've been telling my moon group, let us work on that intuition. That's been for the past new moons and full moons. Past several new moons and full moons. The focus has been on that developing your intuition. Many of us, that voice, we have this voice that trumps the intuition and our inner guidance system sometimes. That voice of the ego. Okay? All right. Give thanks. Discernment. Being yourself. Yes, be yourself. Always trust your gut. Yes, discernment. Developing metaphysical perspective. I love that. When I read that, I said that's yes, definitely on the list. Develop metaphysical perception. And that means you have to learn how to read life metaphysically and not stay on the surface level, you know? I just started, always trust that spiritual voice, period. Period. And you got to develop trust. Just like you have to develop trust in life with everything else, you have to be able to develop that trust for your intuition. How do you, ask yourself, how do you develop trust with everything else in your life? You have to do that same thing with your intuition. You develop trust for your children. Say you know, I got a teenager, so I'm thinking about this type of stuff. But say you want to see if you can trust your children with the car. You can trust your children being home alone. You can trust you got to allow it first. First, you have to allow it. So we have to allow ourselves to listen to your gut. Allow yourself to listen to your intuition without that urge to go ask somebody else or run it by somebody or, you know, allowing that double mind to take over. You know, sometimes that double mind kick in. You don't know what's the inner voice, if it's your inner voice or your ego talking. I'll tell you, it's that first voice that you heard. What's the first thing that came to your mind? Because sometimes that ego works fast. You know, it start to talk immediately. Intuition to say something, and then that ego work fast. It start to convince you otherwise. Start to convince you why that's not the truth. You know? So you have to develop that trust. That's where that discernment comes from. And that metaphysical perspective that comes from learning how to read life metaphysically. For instance, I've been experiencing some skin tags, and on the surface, I know how to heal it. I know about natural medicine. I know, you know, anything showing up in the skin, that means you need to clean the gut, all type of other stuff. I know all of that. But there's also something metaphysical. Learning how to read metaphysical. Once I began to read it metaphysical, I started to be able to use this Mercury retrograde energy to help me to reconcile some things that is going on in my energetic and spiritual field or body, so that I can do a holistic healing, not just surface level. Yeah, the skin tag will go away in 2-3 weeks. You know, that's no problem. But if I don't heal what's underneath it, not only will the skin tag come back, but whatever's underneath that, it will cause more havoc than just the skin tag. So give thanks. We give thanks for everything that shows up in our experience, but developing that metaphysical perspective is powerful. So that's Blue Appetite. By the way, I do have that one in stock. But Blue Appetite was called for this new moon and solar eclipse. The next one is Moldavite. 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 Interesting. Moldavite. Guess what the keyword for this one is? Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. The first one was acceptance. This one is metamorphosis. Moldavite was created when a giant meteorite slammed into Earth some 11 million years ago, fusing the power of the cosmos with that of Mother Earth. Self-understanding. The self-understanding message from this is: you are a child of the stars and find the environment of Earth heavy and inert. Moldavite raises your vibrations with inflooding cosmic light so that you feel more at home. You are on a search for the inner grail, awareness of your divine origins. Release ingrained beliefs to make way for spiritual metamorphosis. Ashe. Ashe. You are a child of the stars and find the environment of Earth heavy and inert. Moldavite raises your vibrations within flooding cosmic light so that you feel more at home. You are on a search for the inner grail, which is awareness of your divine origins. I love that. The awareness of your divine origins is your inner grail. Ashe. Release ingrained beliefs to make way for spiritual metamorphosis. We speak of spiritual metamorphosis in our lives during this new moon and solar eclipse. Ashe. Listen, eclipses are transformational times. Eclipses bring about quick change. It's all about transformation with eclipses. So for us to get this card after that acceptance card is just amazing. Ashe. Who received that? Who receives that? I receive it. I receive it. The inner grail, the awareness of your divine origin. Here's the divination from this card. I actually was gonna stop Moldavite just recently. Maybe I should. Now I want to. Rebirth time. Yes, it is. And we're in this Mercury retrograde. Received. Ashe. Divination. It says detach yourself from mundane issues. Detach yourself from mundane issues. We're going to say that for the people in the back. Detach yourself from mundane issues. Let me say that one more. Detach yourself from mundane issues. That's the divination for this one. Mundane. Listen to the meaning of mundane. Lacking interest or excitement. Dull. Mundane. Of this earthly world rather than a heavenly or spiritual one. Did anybody know mundane meant that? Mundane. Of this earthly world rather than a heavenly or spiritual one. Detach yourself from mundane issues. Okay? You are going through a spiritual transformation. So dramatic changes occur as you reach beyond your limits. Talk to your soul to check the outcome of present actions. Talk to your soul to check the outcome of present actions. Transcend time. Avoid sowing seeds of destruction. Fertility and good fortune awaits. Ashe. Here's the healing insight that comes from the Moldavite. You are far more than a physical body. Harmony at all levels creates your well-being. You are far more than a physical body. Harmony at all levels creates your well-being. Ashe. The frequency of this is earthly and high. Earthly and high. Earthly and high. The chakra is all up to the highest. Timing is Scorpio, and the soul path is integration of the physical and the spiritual. I just was on the moon call for tonight with my moon group, and I told them it's time for us to balance the day and night, right? The earth and spirit, coming to a balance, aligning ourselves, bringing ourselves to the middle, closing the circle. It's this time right now. This reading is so on point. Anybody agree? Moldavite. That's what that was, Moldavite. Okay, we're on our last one. For those who may need to dip out. Peace to the moon crew who's online right now. Herkimer diamond. Herkimer diamond. It's the third card. Herkimer diamond. Herkimer diamond. All right, 46. Herkimer diamond. All right, listen. The Herkimer diamond. Its keyword is instant energy. Instant energy. I just was on the moon call tonight. Talking about this solar eclipse and how it's giving that boost, like boom, like that solar power is off the chain when it comes to solar eclipses. High energy. The Herkimer diamond, the Herkimer diamond, instant energy. It says powerful energy generators that access and release past life information. Herkimer diamonds make excellent shields against geopathic stress and EMFs. This crystal works beyond the physical levels of being to bring harmony to the energy bodies and the soul. Ashe. Here's the self-understanding for this one. It says, keep careful note of your dreams as they reveal the underlying causes of your dis-ease. You may be particularly sensitive to EMF frequencies, radioactivity, and detrimental earth energies. You may also be physically sensitive and need to clear a blocked third eye. Self-understanding is saying that you want to protect yourself from the toxic energies of this earthly plane, the EMF frequency, radioactivity, and also the detrimental energies here on the earth. Also pay attention to your dreams, because whatever dis-ease, not just the disease has as it's used, in society, but dis-ease is any lack of ease in any area of your life. Our natural state of being is ease, easy, flow, glow, peace, joy. And so when that is disrupted, that is dis-ease. So it's saying pay attention to your dreams as they are revealing to you. I know I've been dreaming heavy recently, so I'm definitely going to pay attention. I'm going to take heed to this guidance and pay attention to my dreams. Pull out my dream book. I haven't written down my dreams in a while. The divination for this card, it says, check that you are not living on a negative earth energy line. Check that you are not living on a negative earth energy line. You may be addicted to your tablet or mobile phone and receiving detrimental vibes therefrom. Screen yourself appropriately. At 11:11, it's telling us, look, we're going to have to go on some social media fasting, some technology fasting right now. And this is so fitting for this time because the energy is so high that we do want to kind of move away from these things during these times of eclipses and different things of that nature. Super moons, like the last full moon. You want to just put it away, So I'm going to be taking heed during this entire new moon period. I'm going to be putting all my technology by the door when I go to sleep. I'm going to leave it in here in the living room. All right. Healing insight. It says high vibration, high impact energy can dramatically change your world. High vibration, high impact energy can dramatically change your world. Frequency extremely high, chakras all, timing the spring. We're still in the spring. And soul path is seeing the light. Seeing the light. Ashe. All right. Give thanks. Give thanks for sharing that moment. Let us take heed to the guidance. The first card, just as a summary, the first one gave us a nudging to make sure we're being ourselves. Do not dim your light for other people. Make sure you continuously build your intuition, firm up your relationship with your inner guidance system so you can trust your gut, build that trusting relationship with your intuition and your inner guidance system. Be discerning, be accepting, not judgmental, discern, realize what the truth is, and then let it be. It is what it is. No, it's not necessary for judgment, for you to get sad, mad, scared, angry, anything of that. It is what it is. Realize what it is and move forward. Put some prayers on it, speak some life over it, move forward and move accordingly as well. That Moldavite is metamorphosis, transformation time. And the main thing it was saying is you got to detach yourself from mundane issues and this earthly realm. Detach yourself so that you can have a spiritual transformation. We cannot spiritually transform if we're attached to earthly things. You just cannot. Earthly expectations, earthly problems, you know. If you're bound to the fear that society is pushing right now, you're very welcome. If you are attached to the fear that society is pushing right now, or the capitalism, or the whatever, you know, whatever it may be, you may be bound to the expectations of your family, bound to the expectations of your children, bound to the expectations of your job, you know, that is getting in the way of your spiritual transformation. So you have to detach yourself from those things, you know, because oftentimes we find ourselves attached mentally, physically, spiritually to all of these things, and we don't even have the time to go into our inner grail. I love that, the inner grail, the awareness of your divine origins. This Moldavite is a mixture of the stars and the earth. You know, it's that meteorite hidden meat in Mama Earth. Cosmic meat in Mama Earth, you know, and so we are divine beings, and in order for us to be able to continuously unfold in that and learn about that, and you know, deprogram and reprogram ourselves as divine beings, we have to detach from the mundane issues. I love what they call it, mundane issues. And then lastly, that Herkimer diamond. The Herkimer diamond warned us of that negative earth, what they called it. They said, check that you are not living on a negative earth energy line. That's deep. Negative earth energy line. That can be just, many things can go in that category. Worry, fear, you know, distress. Remember, what was it? I think the Moldavite, it was saying that, you know, we're here in this physical plane and earth can be heavy to us. You know, it says you are a child of the stars and find the environment of earth heavy and inert. Heavy and inert. And so we have to, again, do that detachment so that we are not bound by that. Very slow, sluggish, that's inert. Very slow, deficient in active properties. Lacking a usual or anticipated chemical or biological action, lacking the power to move, very slow to move or act. That is that earthbound line, that negative earthbound line that Herkimer diamond reminds us not to be stuck in. You know, we got to be light bodies, light. You know how the speed of light is? Light. Be light. Release the heaviness, lighten the heart. Release the bondages to the chains of people's expectations, to the chains of even your perceptions, all of those drama, memories. You got to, you know, working to release those things. So happy new moon, y'all. I hope this was impactful and resonant to somebody. It was definitely resonant to me. I give thanks. I'm going to definitely save it on the IGTV, and I'm going to put it on YouTube as well. So you'll be able to catch it there. The meditation is this Thursday. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The registration's at the link in bio. I hope to see you on the meditation. It's always a powerful time. Always a powerful time. And I'm going to take that guidance, and it's going to be mixed up in the work that we're going to do on Thursday. You know, the whole purpose of the meditation is to help us to utilize the energy as much as we can to do our personal healing work, you know. And so I pray for guidance on how to lead the session. I always get, you know, beautiful guidance, of course. And we always have a beautiful session. We start out with a little bit of information. You know, I do a little bit of talking about the energy. Then we do a grounding and aligning meditation. And then we do some sort of exercise, whatever's channeled for the night. You know, I allow myself to be channeled. I stopped planning them years ago. It didn't do nothing but stress me out, you know, and it was not in alignment. So I stopped planning them and allowed them to channel, giving thanks for that alignment, that humility to be able to do that. But thank you all and good night. Enjoy the rest of your moon day evening. Get some rest. Rest well.